town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your souls. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your souls. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Good evening everyone and welcome to TTML. We are here for Division 2. It's round 4 of the championship as we take in the fearsome Monte Carlo street circuit here in the municipality of Monaco. Good evening everyone, I am James Head, going to be taking you through the stream, and it's not a Division 2 stream without him. Joining me in the commentary box as always is Mr. Paco Suarez. Paco,
since it's Monaco and probably it won't provide us good racing, but still, I mean, at least we have a decent of a turnout. I mean, almost on the same line as in the last weeks. So I think we should see some good action at least. Maybe not good racing because we're not. I don't think we're not gonna have that much overtaking, but at least I think we're gonna have an interesting quali and probably a surprise in Monaco.
A surprising Monaco, yeah. I think you can expect the unexpected. I think that's what we can say coming into tonight. And of course, let's have a look then at the driver standings coming into tonight. And it is Scuba who leads the way only by 1 point from Wesker in second position. Both of them are here tonight. It's going to be very interesting. M Short in third on 50 points. We've got a 4-way tie for fourth. How can we get a 4-way tie going into round 4? It's unheard of. I've never seen a 4-way tie before. But Matt Tibos is in fourth with Matta, Dan Morris and Jaco all tied for fourth on 35 points. Kieran McGinley, who is a reserve driver, is in 8th on 32 points. Consistency really the key for him. Parody in 9th on 29 and Adamako in 10th on 28. 1 point separating the top two, Paco. Surely all to play for as we come into tonight in Monaco.
Yeah, definitely. And to be honest, I think, as you said earlier, anything can happen in Monaco, and this is a track where you cannot make any silly mistake. So drivers will have to really watch out, and I think that half of the championship, and not even kidding with this statement, maybe bold for some people, maybe not. I think half of the championship could be decided on this round.
Interesting, yeah. To be honest, I totally agree with you. I think that certainly we're going to have championship implications here tonight. To run down the rest of the field as well, Vic Mill in 11th on 25 points, Ginger in 12th on 25 as well, so they're tied for 11th actually. Captain Chubbs in 13th on 23. Gary and KYLLD is in tied 14th on 22 points. LR Patrick's in 16th on 21, Sway in 17th on 17, AJ in 18th on 15, Cowboy in 19th on 13, and Mac Maverick in 20th on 10 points. By my calculations, I think it's 61 points separating first to last. All to play for, I think, here tonight. Let's have a look at the constructors as well. McLaren is out in front on 106 points, with Racing Point in second on 85. Alfa Romeo in third on 75, with Renault in fourth on 70. So quite a tight-knit group there for second to fourth. Ferrari in fifth on 57, with Haas in sixth on 52. Williams in seventh on 50. AlphaTauri in eighth on 46. Red Bull in ninth on 30, and Mercedes in 10th on just the 10 points. Mercedes not dominating in the constructors, by golly gosh.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just as real life, I guess.
Well, it's not like real life because they're at the bottom of the constructors, which is unheard of.
I know.
Coming into tonight as well, you guys can purchase some great merchandise as well. Sponsored by Stick 'em Up, of course. You can have a look at your hoodies, your caps, your t-shirts, your vinyls, everything is there. Go to stickemup.com/TTG Esports off the top of my head. I'm sure the link will be in the description. If not, it will be in the comment section, I am sure. So that's very handy, I think. And I do believe we've launched it in red as well for the TTG Esports team. So that is different as well. We've got that merchandise going there as well for the esports team. Obviously, coming into tonight as well, it is Monaco all the way until tomorrow night, where we cover, of course, Division 5. Last thoughts from you, though, as there's 15 drivers here, which is a very good attendance. What are you expecting from these drivers, and how difficult is this of a track to drive?
I'm gonna keep it simple and easy. Chaos and carnage.
That is simple. I like it. Chaos and carnage for my co-commentator. Yeah, I think we're going to be expecting the unexpected here tonight as well. Big shout out, by the way, to everyone that got their GCSE results today as well. So congratulations to everyone that managed to get their teachers' grades and not their exam grades. I know it's terrible what this is going on, and the government, yeah, I'm not going to get involved in that. But it's fantastic to see everyone getting their GCSE results. I was in that position 6 years ago to this day. Yeah, 6 years ago I was in this position getting my GCSE results, and I've only landed myself my first job a couple of months ago. Anything can happen, anything is possible, and I'm sure you guys will really, really excel yourself whatever pathway you go forward. And I mean, Paco as well is heading off to uni soon as well. I think I might have broken that a little bit explicitly but he is going to uni, I can confirm, in Spain, which is fantastic. And of course, best of luck for that as well. Uni is very terrible, honestly.
I mean, it's different. It's different. You know, it's a different stage, and I'm pretty. Let's not get personal, you know, but I'm pretty excited because it's a new stage in life, and
yeah.
But I'm gonna miss commentating and also racing in this community, because in the end, I think it's awesome. All this is awesome, and not having that chance anymore, I'm gonna miss it really.
Yeah, it's going to be strange not having you in the commentary box. We'll get to that at the end of the stream, I think. But we are about to get going, I think, for qualifying. There are 7 drivers now readied up, so it looks like we're going to get the go-ahead very soon for the the Monaco Grand Prix, but here at Monte Carlo. Of course, it is a municipality, so it is essentially controlled by itself. It's like San Marino, if you think about that, in Italy. Obviously, we're going to Imola later on this year in the real-life calendar, and Bill Birdie's told me we're going to Turkey as well in November, which is fantastic. Can't wait to see that track.
Yeah, I think it's an awesome track, to be honest.
It is. The countdown has now hit 0. Best of luck to everyone that is going to be heading on around out on track, and best of luck to everyone that is viewing. Expect the unexpected here in Monaco, but it is just about time to get into qualifying. Well, good evening everyone, and welcome to TTML Division 2. We are here for round 4 of the championship as we take in the Monte Carlo street circuit from the municipality of Monaco. A night race awaits us here tonight. It is going to be packed full of unexpected things. I, of course, am James Head, going to be taking you through the stream. Paco Suarez, as I introduced earlier, is in the commentary box alongside me. What a fascinating night we have. So let's have a look then at the track in question. 3.3 kilometres in length with 19 turns awaiting these drivers around the formidable street circuit. 1 DRS zone, one only being down the start-finish straight. Quite a lot of elevation change, quite a lot of tricky corners, I think, for these drivers to really get a hold of. But it is going to be a really interesting night, especially because it is night time. And Paco, how is this track to drive for these drivers, especially knowing now that it is nighttime conditions?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, when you race here in night conditions, it's just awesome. I mean, it's really beautiful and you really enjoy it. But for drivers to drive in the circuit as such, I think it's a really technical track. It's not easy. If you make just a little mistake, you're in the wall. And probably drivers have to put up with the pressure, you know, in each lap to keep it far from the wall, which is not easy, as you know.
It is not easy, especially, I think, because of the glinting light as well. It is going to put people off their braking points, I think, as well. It's going to be a real test for these drivers out on track tonight. I don't know how on earth we're going to get around this in the commentary box. Never mind these drivers out on track, because it is such a difficult track to drive. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be exciting, and we almost have all the drivers out on track. We're just missing 4, who are Matt, Tivos, Scuba, and Corboy.
Yeah, we're only missing a couple, and I think, as you say that, I think we're just missing Scuba and Corboy now coming out the pits. We'll quickly ride on board with Matt Tibos, who finished 3rd position last time out in the Netherlands. Started from 8th on the grid, had a really good race out on track, which was great to see. Don't worry about the yellow flags, by the way, in the final sector. That is just for people preparing their laps. But Matt Tibos really had a great race last time out in the Netherlands. Really staked his claim for the championship, I think, last week.
Yeah, he had quite a intense race, I would say. But yeah, definitely. I mean, he has to really keep it constant, you know, and in order to be a viable option for the title.
Yeah, it's going to be really intriguing, I think. We see Adam Acko just coming out of the first sector here. Let's ride on board with him around the fearsome street circuit of Monaco. We're halfway through that, pretty much, through the Grand Hotel hairpin, and now down towards Portier, famously where Button and Verline came together around turn 9. Now under the tunnel, You can hit flat out speeds of 160 mile an hour coming through the little kink, and now down into the Nivelle chicane, which is a very tricky chicane. Clip that inside wall, you've had it. Adamaco coming out the middle sector, now down towards the back and towards the swimming pool section. We'll see what his middle sector is like. It's a 52.2 through the middle sector, not too bad, Division 2 standards already. And Adamaco now flying through the swimming pool section, now into Raskas at turn 18, and then into Anthony Noges. And Anthony Noges, of course, one of the track members, the track founders actually, of the Monaco Automobile Club. Adamaco across the line, a 1:10.1. Didn't look a bad time, but M Short has just came in 8 tenths quicker with a 1:09.3.
Yeah, really solid lap, I have to say. We can see that just behind, Adamaco, his teammate and Excel Gary, as well as AJ, have put their first times. Well, almost everyone is putting their times, and no one can actually beat M Short. Only Big Mill has been able, along with M Short, to
10.1 so far in qualifying. There's
Yeah.
4 drivers on a 1:10.1, and actually adding to that AJ with a 1:10.2 and now Matta with a 1:10.3. There's only 2 tenths per second separating 3rd to 8th in this early stage. I was on board with Sway there coming to the end of his lap. Let's pick on board with his teammate Callboy, who actually has invalidated and has lost his left side end plate, and I think there was a left side end plate missing at Raskas there as well for one of the drivers out on track. So very interesting to see. It might have been Wesker, I think. It could have been Wesker because it looked Racing Point-ish, the front wing damage.
Yeah, and also Adamaco got some front wing damage, which was weird because he was on his in lap. So I don't know how he was pushing that hard, but he just slapped the wall and he missed a big chunk of his front wing.
Yeah, it comes to show how difficult this track will really be. We've got FRL Ginger on an outlap currently. The Hassan behind him, I think there's Captain Chubbs coming into the pits if I'm not mistaken. It is. And now Ginger sets about on his lap. Let's see what the AlphaTauri man can do. M Short on top. Vic Mill second with 5 minutes gone. And FRL Ginger now, who scored his first points last time out, actually at his home track in Zandvoort, and actually came across the line in first, barring penalty. I think he finished second last week in Zandvoort. Oh, he runs really wide through Massaday and now through Casino Square. And now Ginger through the first sector. 18.4 is not too bad. It could have been a lot better though if he really didn't mess up Massaday. Now down into the Grand Hotel hairpin at turn 7. Really coming off the power there. You've got to be so controlled through the hairpin. And now down towards Portier once again. Runs along the coast here. Now under the tunnel section. And this is going to be Ginger's fastest part of the lap. Running downhill in towards the Nivelle chicane. As I say, it is still M Short, Vic Mill, Gary, your top 3. Ginger now into the Nivelle chicane. Not looking too bad. Just got to get a ply on the power nicely. And Ginger towards the end of the middle sector. It's not lightning quick through the middle sector, I don't think. Yeah, 52.4. Going to be in the 110. Certainly clips the wall on the left-hand side. Looking to not pick up any damage at all. And now Ginger in towards Raskas. Runs very deep. Oh, nearly touching the wall through Raskas. And now through Anthony Noches. It's been a very scrappy lap from the Dutchman. But I think it's going to be maybe ahead of Scuba, perhaps. He just drops in behind Scuba. It's a 110.7 from the Dutchman. That looked a very scrappy lap, if I've got to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it was not perfect, and just how he took Raskas, he lost a lot of time there. But yeah, he can definitely improve a lot that lap.
Yeah, he should be able to prove, certainly. We've got Wesker as well, who is the main championship contender coming into tonight. He's not the championship leader. He lost that last time out at the Netherlands. But he is looking to try and regain retribution here tonight. The Austrian coming through the middle sector. 51.5 through the middle sector. He is on the money through the middle sector. Oh, nearly picked them an invalidation through the swimming pool section there. Runs a little bit wide, but Wesker's looking good. I think this is going to be maybe into the 108. Wesker now better come across the line. It's not going to be 108, but it's a 109.6, and he goes third. I have to say though, if he didn't mess up coming through the swimming pool section slightly, I think he lost at least a tenth of a second there.
Yeah, probably he lost a little bit there, but I have to say quite impressive because it's the third driver. You know, he's the third qualified right now, but also the third driver to go into the 109. So that's quite impressive.
Yeah, really impressive. I think it was a 108, if I'm not mistaken, from Perpetum, who set pole position last time out. Matibos now around the final corner. Oh, very tight to the wall through Anthony Noges as he now comes down towards the line. It's not a lightning quick lap for Matibos. It's a 111 flat. have to say he will improve, I think, on that lap. He's 4,000 behind my co-commentator in Division 1, Mr. Kieran McGinley, and the Irishman outdoing the Brit currently. McMaverick is on an out lap as well. Good to see him actually joining the session. I didn't realise he rejoined. So McMaverick is in the session. So we've got 16 drivers instead of 15.
Oh yeah, he actually, right now, that's right, and I think he's about to start his lap. Yeah, he has just started his lap. So let's see how he does.
Yeah, through Sandavot, of course, no carnage in towards Sandavot, please. McMaverick now coming through Kamasane and now through Casino Square. I know I messed that up completely. McMaverick down towards Mirabel. M Short goes quicker with a 108.8. What a lap! That's going to take a lot of beating.
Yeah, a lot of sweat.
A lot of sweat. He's only had 2 races, M Short, and he has been in the top 3 on both occasions, if I'm not mistaken. So M Short really laying it down here, possibly to put his championship credentials on the line here at Monaco. And I normally say, as we watch McMaverick coming through the Nivelle chicane, and we'll commentate on the rest of his lap as he comes now through to back. Not too bad through the middle sector, 52.4. Well up there, I think, with the likes of Adamaco, possibly in around Mata sort of area, I'm thinking, 9th to 11th.
Well, I have to say that, if I'm not mistaken, Matt Tivos was the one that said 52.5, so let's see where he goes.
Yeah, he goes 12th. So just behind Mata, which is sort of the area I predicted, to be honest, just a little way out, but McMaverick goes 12th with a 110.5, so not a bad lap there from McMaverick. I have a feeling he will improve, though, on that lap. Sway, by the way, has gone second with a 109.3, and we are halfway through qualifying. If you are just tuning in to TTML Division 2, it's myself, James Head, and Paco Suarez commentating you through the trials and tribulations of Monaco, I think it's fair to say. M Short on top, Sway in second, Vic Mill currently in third. Scuba also, our championship leader, has improved with a 109.5. He's in fourth, with Wesker in fifth. Adamaco in sixth, with Gary in seventh. KYLLD in eighth. Not sure if he's on a lap here, actually. That's right on board with the Williams man. As he now comes through the tunnel, he definitely is on a lap because he's looking nearly a second quicker, I think, coming through the middle sector there as he comes through the Nivelle chicane. Really tight to the wall. Goodness me, he's inches apart from contacting the wall there, but this is a rapid lap so far. 51.3, he is on the money. 9/10 of a second improvement.
Wow.
Come on, he nearly sprinted out. How did he recover that out of the swimming pool section? That is unreal control from the Williams man. Now coming around the final corner, he is on the money. He's got a really unstable setup, but he's going to go second, I think, with this lap. He does. 109.2. And if he just ekes out those little mistakes and that little bit of oversteer that he was getting at that car, he would have been into the 108, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and we can see that he just took second place, I mean, by 20 thousandths of a second. So we can see that the gap, I would say the 4 first drivers, quite close. And I think that some of them can still improve.
Yeah, it's going to be really intriguing. We've got Wesker as well, who's one of our main championship contenders, on a lap as we see a beautiful camera angle running down towards Portier now. Wesker through Portier. Let's see what he's doing through the middle sector. Can the Austrian improve? Of course, Austria have been added on to the quarantine list here in the UK. Vic Mill is on a lap.
Never mind. Yeah, he was on a lap. He was purple. He was purple in sector 2, so he was going fastest. But just after the swimming pool section, he just lost it.
Still could. Vic Mill is going to improve, goes second, 109.1. So nice lap there by the Alfa Romeo. Good points out, actually. I think I came on board with him when he hit the wall. So Wesker now around the final corner. Can he improve, the Austrian? I think he's going to go ahead of Vic Mill here, possibly across the line. He goes fifth, 109.3. I should really work on my timings, to be honest, because that was well out.
Yeah, I mean, but it's normal. It's really difficult to predict here. I'm just now on board with Corboy. Yeah, I think you saw it, right? He hit the wall there.
And on the left side, and he's crashed out completely. Was that a failure, possibly, of a wheel or a controller? Because that didn't look intentional, to be honest.
I have to say, Corboy lately seems to lack some confidence. He has been posted on Twitter some of his thoughts about this game. And I have to say it's a pity because on last game, we were fighting actually plenty of times when we were in the same league. And he needs to get all together because I know he's capable of more than that. And I don't know if that was intentionally or not, but definitely doesn't help to bring back his confidence.
Yeah, it could be something to note possibly for the stewards as well. Obviously, we rolled on board with that. I'm not making any judgments at all. But I know Cowboy has been publicly stating on Twitter, as you say, his lack of pace. And he's around the same pace, I think, to the last game, which is not what you want. You want to be trying to improve. M Short, by the way, just coming under improvements, has gone even quicker with a 108.7. I've totally missed his lap, but I don't care. It's 4/10 clear. And is this guy capable of Division 1? Maybe. AJ goes second as well.
I mean, it's interesting. I honestly think that it seems like yesterday F1 didn't really find their pace, or maybe the guys that were in F1 were not the most quickest guy in Monaco. You know what I mean? Because we can see that up to the 6, probably Besker, I think they can really get to the 108. I really think that.
Scuba's going to come across the line here, possibly to break into that 108 mold. He doesn't even improve his position.
Oh my god.
He was open.
Look at that. 3 drivers in the 109.3s. And
only 700ths of a second separating 4th to 7th as well. So close here in qualifying.
Yeah.
We didn't really have...
Qualifying in Monaco, it's always special. It's always something else.
Yeah, Kieran McGinley just coming across the line there, looking... Thought he was running a pumpkin helmet for some reason there. But the Irishman... That's my eyesight going again. The Irishman goes 12th with a 110.2. So not a bad lap there by the Irishman at all. Speaking of Irishman, XL Gary's on a lap. And he's now coming through Mirabel Bass down towards Portier once again. And Gary now just hitting the wall on the left-hand side there. Is that end plate damage? No, I think he's got away scot-free with that. But Gary looks like he's improving through this middle sector. Beautiful camera angles. We run down towards the Nivelle chicane. You can really see the tightness that the Ferrari takes. How quick was that through there? Goodness me, that looked rapid. Gary now through the middle sector. 51.7, he's improving. 0.3 of a second. Is he going to be good enough to get along the lines of Scuba sort of area? I'm not sure. He's ran wide into Raskas. Now through Anthony Norges. Now around the final corner. Now Gary can launch it to the line. Is he going to improve? Well, he will. And he goes 8th, 109.6. So just ahead of Alamaco.
Yeah, but I think it's not that great of a lap because Alamaco, I think he's going to improve probably. And there are some guys behind that they shouldn't be where they are, you know. So, yeah, probably it's going to be beaten.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look at F1 Ginger because he really impressed in qualifying last week in Zandvoort. Obviously now coming up the hill, up through, up towards Massenet, this is. Beau Rivage, through Massenet, then into Casino Square. Beautifully done, and Ginger now on through the first sector. 18.3, no improvement really in terms of the first sector, but the most of the time can be made up in this middle and final sector. With 2 minutes to go, we'll focus on the main guys towards the top end of the qualifying order so far. Accordingly locking up, I think, through the corners, but he's looking quick, but it's not that quick.
That's what I was about to mention. It seems he's locking up, you know, in the middle of the corner, which is quite weird sometimes. And it seems like he doesn't have that much of a good setup.
Yeah, 2/10 up, unless he's been sandbagging through the final sector, perhaps, and he'll find all the improvement here as he runs wide, coming through into Anthony Norges, through turn 19, nearly clips the wall, and this has been a very scrappy lap. Yeah, he is done. Ginger is done. I think that is the only time now he could have got an improvement, and he didn't. He backed out the lap down the straight, and I think he would have been a couple of tenths slower than that. Let's focus then on some of the guys that's on the track. I think Kylid has gone 400 up in the middle sector. This is looking not too bad. He's got Vic Miller 10th ahead of him out on track. So KYLD really hammering. Oh, he's not going to be hammering through there though. And it looks like, did he have a lag spike there?
I didn't see it.
Across the line, he goes third with a 109.1. Yeah, Kylid had a little bit of a desync on my end there. It was just brief, but he goes third. Vic Mill just starting a lap. I'm just trying to pick him on board anybody. AJ's out.
Sway third.
Sway goes third. Yeah, 109 flat. Just totally missing scrolling through. Just totally missing there. M Short.
Yeah.
Not improving, is he? in the middle sector?
It doesn't seem like it. We'll have to see now.
Oh, now he is. He's on it. 400's up. He is really on it. And the Alfa Romeo man looking to really extend, clipping the right-hand side wall, nearly doing a Max Verstappen in Friday Practice 3 in 2019. M Short now coming through the final corner. Ginger's retired from the session. Is he going to find an improvement? I think it's going to be tight towards the line. He does. 108.6. What a lap time from M Short. And I think I'm not mistaken. That might be quicker than Division 1 Paul. Possibly. Or near abouts.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. He has done an outstanding quality. As I was watching Big Mill and he almost loses the back end as he's able to save the car.
Wesker across the line, doesn't improve, 700's down, Vic Mill 500's up. Is he going to improve? Second, 108.9, and he breaks into the 108.9s just about. So it's an Alfa Romeo 1-2. Sway's not going to have anything to say about it. Neither is Scuba coming through the middle sector, unless he can find a remarkable final sector. I don't think the McLaren man is on it, and he's really hitting the wall through Raskas. He's attacking this lap profusely. Scuba is on a flyer. Final sector to Saber, no improvement. He's 1200s off. That looked rapid through the final sector, though. Adamako not improving. He's the only one to come into the pit lane. So M Short and Vic Mill out on top. Alfa Romeo 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, and I honestly think that, because I don't think you were on board when I watched that save, but Big Mill almost lost it. I mean, into the swimming pool section. So I think he could have easily done pole there if he didn't make that mistake, or at least be closer to his teammate.
Yeah, definitely think he will. I didn't catch on board with the mistake, so obviously that was avoided of the replay cameras. But M Short by nearly 0.4 of a second. How on earth is he so dominant? Goodness me. M Short on pole from Vic Mill in second. AJ in third. Sway in fourth. Kyled in fifth with Wesker in sixth. Scuba in seventh. The top seven actually within a second of each other. Gary in 8th, I was going to say Gareth there, that's my boss at work. Adamako in 9th, Matter in 10th with Corboy in 11th, Kieran McGinley in 12th, Matt Tibos in 13th, McMaverick 14th, Ginger and Captain Chubbs, who didn't really have the rub of the green there, down in 16th position. He's starting from the back of the field. Let's have a look once again at the track. It is 19 turns awaiting these drivers out on track with just the one DRS zone down the start-finish straight. How important is that DRS zone to try and promote overtaking? Because otherwise, I think around this track, overtaking is nigh on impossible, to be honest.
I think it's gonna be really, really difficult. I mean, it's a track where you cannot really do an overtake unless you do it in a spot where the other driver doesn't expect it.
Yeah. It's going to be really difficult, I think, for the drivers, and you've got to factor in the light conditions that these guys are going to be facing out on track as well. I spoke about this in Division 1 briefly, but these light conditions, the glaring lights, it can be really costly to pull off a driver, I think, and it could cost them quite a lot. It could cost them an end plate, it could cost them out the race. That's how important it is, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say in the previous game, I don't want to, generally I'm humbled, but I was in a race, right, and I didn't have the best pace, but I just kept it out of the wall, and that's how I won. So basically that's the perfect proof that you don't have to be the quickest, you just have to be the most constant driver.
I think what we can say from that is follow Paco for your race strategies and not Jeff. There you go.
I mean, if you want an engineer, my telephone number is available for anyone that needs it.
I'm sure that will be put in the Twitter DMs later on, I think, to be honest with that one. But we are on the formation lap here. M Short and Vic Mill getting us underway. Let's have a look in particular, though, at two drivers. Scuba, who is the championship leader, coming into tonight by only 1 point to Wesker, who's actually just starting ahead of him on that third row of the grid. And Scuba had a very good race last time out. He started 8th, finished in started 3rd, he finished in 8th position. It was a downfall, I think, because obviously he picked up those drive-through penalties under the safety car. Is this retribution for Scuba tonight if he does well?
Yeah. I mean, we could say so. I mean, he has been doing good performances, you know, maybe some little mistakes on the final laps, but I think he's a really good driver, and knowing his race pace generally, I think he can still have a chance to perform well in this race.
Yeah, just seeing his one-stop strategy, lap 11 to lap 12, to go on for a set of medium compound tyres. The tyres, I don't think, are going to be too much of a factor around here tonight. We'll focus on Matt Tibos as well. He's down in 13th tonight, but how we would love to have this once again tonight. He started in 8th position, finished in 3rd last week. Again, disappointing qualifying session. He's starting on the set of softs. He should make his way through, ideally, quite nicely through the field. He could be contender, I think, for top 5.
Yeah, definitely, he could. But honestly, well, actually, we haven't done the predictions. What have we done? Okay, I'm gonna do it quickly. M Short, Big Mill, and Scuba.
Oh, interesting top 3. I'm gonna go M Short, Vic Mill, and let's put Wesker in there. I think Wesker's gonna have a good race tonight in the Racing Point, but we are about to get underway with the most shocking camera angle that you'll ever see on the grid. We are about to get underway, I think, for the Monaco Grand Prix. Are you seeing this as well?
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Here come the lights. 5 red lights are about to go out here for Monaco. And it is lights out and away we go. Good stop by Vic Mill. He could get the jump on M. Short going down towards someone, and he might actually. He's going to go around the outside of Sandervoort. Brilliant move by Vic Mill to take the lead of the race, and they're going to be fighting side by side. Oh, a little bit of contact actually between them both. One of them's ghosted, one of them isn't, and goodness me, they're getting close, but M. Short retakes the lead from Vic Mill. He's gone too deep though, and now Vic Mill round the outside through Casino Square. Brilliant move by Vic Mill. It's not the first time I've ever seen that move done, but Vic Mill is through to the lead of the race round the outside of Casino Square. Brilliant fighting further down the field. There's a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2, but it's just purely for these cars now grouping up down into the hairpin. There's been a little bit of contact. I think Kieran McGinley might have lost a wing plate damage there, but Vic Mill leads, and McMaverick and Chokes, I think, have came together, have they? I think they have.
Yeah. I mean, the Maverick hit the car in front and he couldn't turn, so Captain Tops just couldn't avoid him, and he had contact with a Mercedes.
M. Short right on the money here on the back of Vic Mill, be right on board, coming through the swimming pool section. And let's see how M. Short can respond. Vic Mill all out of shape coming at the swimming pool section. Nearly like a save and qualifying, I think, to be honest with that, even though I didn't see it. M. Short is on the back, but it is Vic Mill who leads. The ever consistent man from TTML F2 leads the way by 0.4 of a second from M. Short in second, AJ in third. There's a few into the pit lane. Matt Tibos looks like he's picked up damage early on. I think Chubbs and McMaverick are continuing, which is good to see. But Matt Tibos into the pits early. But brilliant move by Vic Mill to take the lead of the race. There's great fighting up the hill.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he needed to do. I mean, I don't know if we actually mentioned it, but one key thing here is the start, because you really need to have a better start than the car in front, and he definitely had it. So really good stuff from him.
I wish we could go back on the replay of the start, to be honest, and it'll be really intriguing to see, because it looked like Vic Mill had timed the lights to perfection. M. Short just bogged down, and it looked like the other Alfa Romeo of Vic Mill got ahead. And obviously, 710's clear, coming down in towards the back on lap 2.
Yeah.
Not much more to be said, I think, apart from that. Kyled is on the back of AJ for third position as well. The Williams is hounding the back of the Racing Point, but these two are beginning to let Vic Mill and M. Short get away just ahead, very close to the wall, actually, Kyled, as he comes now through Anthony Noges through the final corner. I can feel a nice breeze coming through here in the commentary box. Vic Mill leads by 0.9 of a second from M. Short in second, AJ third, Kyled in fourth. Efrol Ginger into the pits as he picked up front wing damage.
I'm gonna check quickly. Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, I don't know where was it. I don't know if he had it in lap 1, but yeah, he picked front wing damage.
Yeah, he might have hit the wall somewhere, I think, out on track. Just keep an eye out for a flailing AlphaTauri left or right side end plate, I think. And it could be possibly down out of to back and through the swimming pool section. Sway was trying to go around the outside of the Grand Hotel hairpin there. Kind of got caught up on the curb, and Sway was nearly going around the outside of him there. Very close, but not much room for overtaking around here, and it's going to be quite boring. We see a rear exhaust camera on board with Sway. I've never seen that before on this game. but Sway is on the back of Khaled and trying to put him under pressure. And Matt is looking quite close here to the back of Gary, who picked up the his first 3-second time penalty of the evening.
Yeah, I mean, penalties, I don't know if it's going to be a factor. And I've just seen Sway giving a little kiss to the wall, you know, really close from losing the front wing.
A little kiss to the wall from Sway. He'd be hoping he doesn't do that too often, because obviously the end plates are quite weak, I think. So these guys are going to be really struggling. Captain Chubbs, by the way, is through on Kieran McGinley. That was down through the final corner, I think. So Chubbs is through on Kieran, and I think possibly strategy-wise, because Chubbs is on a set of mediums, Kieran McGinley on a set of hard compounded tyres. Khaled is all over the back of AJ here, who looks like he's got pace, but he's not dragging these guys into contention for the lead of the race. The top two are just dominating, I think.
Yeah, I think they just have better pace, and it's amazing to see, like, both Alfa Romeos. I mean, it's not only one of them. Both Alfa Romeos are having much more pace than the rest, and we could see that Big Mill made some mistakes on quali, so we knew he had some more race pace, but it's insane that both of them are just pulling away.
Yeah, 7/10 of a second. They're keeping that gap quite consistent as well. I'm on board with Mata, who's on the back of Gary. He's looking to try and get the move done here for 9th position. The Brit looks like he's got more pace than the Irishman. Even though it might not seem like it now, he definitely did through the first and the middle sector. So Mata now on the back of Gary as we're about to start lap 6. It is Vic Mill who leads from M Short in second, AJ in third. Sorry, lap 5 we're on to. Not lap 6, I'm counting ahead. This is why I failed my maths GCSE appropriately. Vic Mill leads though from M Short on to lap 5, but Khaled again on the back of AJ, and the two Brits I think are going to have a right ding-dong battle, because it looks like Khaled is all over the back. If this track was wide enough, he would go for a move.
Oh, and watch out, because this could mean... Oh, in the pits, he retired the pits, never mind.
Yeah, green flags instantly as well, coming across the line as I'm on board with Matt Tibos. So Ginger looks like he is the first possibly to call it a night out on track. It looks like he might have picked up front wing damage possibly. I was too slow to react, to be honest. But there is a yellow flag in sector 2. Oh, and Sway's round. He's caught the inside through the Bell chicane, I think, to end up there.
Yeah.
No damage.
I think he is... You know, when you're gonna get the corner, right?
Yeah. And
you just hit with the rear tire, that inside wall, and he is spinning around. What a bottle.
Yeah. It's so unfortunate. I think Kieran mentioned that actually in the comments section earlier on, saying he was going to bottle it. Nobody's bottled it so far, to be honest. It's been quite a nice race to watch. Sway obviously has had a mistake, but hopefully he can get back into contention. But isn't it the case, really, where drivers in clear air around this track are going to be gaining on those in dirty air? You've got the likes of Scuba, Wesker and Adamako, all of those guys down to Mata, all grouped up within 5-6 tenths of a second of each other. Sway's already gained 4 tenths of a second through the first sector. And he's gaining because these guys are running in dirty air ahead. I mean, look at the gap. It's 2.1, 2.2. He's gaining like mad because all of these guys are getting held up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. You can clearly see that dirty air is actually a thing on this game, and they're struggling, you know, to keep close to the car in front. And that's why I was going to mention earlier on that actually an undercut could be a crucial thing on this race.
Yeah, undercut actually worked to perfection last night for... Tuesday night even, for Perpetum, who eventually won the race. It was Recon and Kalsper who suffered 5-second time penalties. They both, I think, sped into the pit lane or sped under the safety car. So both of them had to pit for that 5-second penalty and gave Perpetum pretty much a dominant race. He would have won anyways without the penalties, but just one of those interesting notes, I think. And yeah, I think the dirty air really going to be affecting these drivers. The gap for the lead, though, going up. Vic Mill looks like he's got more pace over M Short.
Or maybe M Short doesn't want to be that close. Maybe he just wants to wait for the undercut and maybe try something else. But yeah, I mean, I think that the race between these two, it's gonna be quite a strategical one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be all of a strategical race, to be honest. We're not going to see many overtakes. If you are one of those people that like your overtakes, tune into lap 1 again, because I think that might be the only one you might see all night. But still, Wesker's on the back of Scuba. This is it, championship implications. Scuba obviously ahead of Wesker by a point coming into tonight. Wesker in 6th position. The Austrian looks like he's getting good pace about him, and he's now on the back of Scuba, who just made a slight mistake into Raskas there. And now Wesker on the back. He's the first driver in the DRS train, pretty much. And you would think of that as an advantage around here. It's not. It's a disadvantage, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and really, Wesker seems like it's faster than Scuba, but if he really wants to overtake Scuba, he, as I said previously, you know, he will have to surprise him.
Oh, Vic Mills round! Vic Mills round through the Grand Hotel hairpin. We come on board quite late, and I think he's got the inside wall, possibly, down into the Grand Hotel hairpin. No left side end plate damage, but what on earth has happened there? Answers on a postcard, please. I didn't see it.
I didn't. I mean, we were so focused, you know, on other battles on track that we just missed this. Oh, and what Adam going from the inside, as we can see, he had right end plate damage.
Job done. Yeah, job done for Adamaco. Vic Mill picked up the right side end plate damage coming off the Grand Hotel hairpin. He's going to be holding these guys up an absolute treat. Yeah. Not for his own sake. And he clips the wall through to back as well. He may as well limp that car home into the pit lane, to be honest, because Vic Mill is going to struggle quite massively. Sway is trying to go round the outside. He gets him, and so does Captain Chubbs. Vic Mill just decides to get out of the way. And Sway, in fact, into the pit lane. We saw this for a one-stop strategy earlier on in Division 1 on Tuesday, if you tuned in for that. Sway opting mediums, though. 2-stop, or was that a 1-stop? 5-second penalty he had.
No, but he did, like, the change of the tires before, right? The 5 seconds.
Yeah, he did. Very strange.
Yeah, quite weird. But we'll have to see, because I think this could be perfect for an undercut, and we'll just have to see what he does. But yeah, I mean, and he just behind Corboy. I think Corboy is gonna be the surprise here, because it seems he's undercutting everyone on those hards.
Yeah, he put it in early on lap 5, so those hards can probably get to the end of the race. So Corboy will be hoping that he can get to the end of the race. But what's going to happen here? Are we going to see team tactics, I think? I think Corboy would let through Sway because he's the quicker driver. Sway could get to the end of the race, but it's not a certainty. And yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we have. Yeah.
Beautifully done.
Good teamwork. Yeah, good teamwork, I have to say.
That's how you do let through drivers. Mata and Adamaco are the latest to come into the pit as well. Sorry, Adamaco and Gary, I should say, the latest to come into the pit. Then Gary obviously picking up a 3-second time penalty early on, but he's on a set of medium compound of tyres, as is Adamaco. So it looks like mediums are the way to go. I'm going to go on board with the battle for second, though, because Khaled, again, is all over the back of AJ here, coming down the hill into Mirabeau. And Khaled, still all over the back. He cannot find a way through, though.
No.
Mac Maverick right on the back of Kieran. Neatly a little bit of contact there, but Kieran just about hangs. Sorry, Paco, go on.
Yeah, I was about to say that I think the only solution that Kyle might find is just an undercut. It is what he needs. I mean, he has shown to be faster than AJ, but it doesn't seem like he can get past, so just do the undercut.
I think, react this lap, if AJ doesn't pit, Khaled should pit. That's what I think should happen. And AJ, 3-second time penalty. That's the best time to do it. He's picked up a time penalty. He should be into the pits. Both of them actually are into the pits. So what I've just said there, completely throw it out your window. M Short as well, into the pits from the lead of the race with a 5-second lead.
Both racing points.
And front wing damage. M Short's got front wing damage.
Interesting.
5 seconds extra added onto his pit stop. AJ and Khaled have jumped him because of the front wing damage. So M Short, that begs into question.
Oh, and Kylie just ahead.
Yeah, Khaled as well, just ahead. And we see the pit stop strategy. Adamaco, by the way, has just landed himself into net P2 out on track. Adamaco has undercut everyone out on track. We are going to see a battle between M Short and Gary up the hill through into Massenet. M Short trying to hang tough in 7th position, just clips the wall there on the left-hand side, but Gary not close enough. Gary also undercutting quite well. And we're going to see a battle of the League of Europe drivers, which is going to be quite entertaining. Because these are 2 Division 1 drivers. So it's like Saturday all over again.
An interesting fact, AJ on hards, so he doesn't trust the mediums.
That's not a bad option, to be honest, because the hards are going to be at a better temperature towards the end of the race. So that is not too bad at all, but we've got a long way to go. So settle in from what I'm going to be certain is going to be hell on earth, war of attrition. No VSC or safety cars yet, though, which I'm glad to report. Now that I've said that, we'll probably get loads. I've done it. I've done it already.
And just one more thing, it's incredible the power we have to nail predictions. That it seems, you know, that we couldn't bottle first and second, but we did. And it doesn't seem like Alfa Romeo is gonna get a 1-2. So I don't know what we're gonna do, like, to get a prediction right. It's impossible.
Don't ever choose a first and second that is the same as your co-commentator. There you go. I'm not putting the blame on him, I'm putting the blame on both of us.
50-50.
50-50, exactly. Adam on the back of AJ. AJ getting really up the curb through the Grand Hotel hairpin. And again, Kyled on the back of these two as well. Kieran McGinley yet to come into the pits. He's going long. He is on a set of hards. He is going completely long in this race. Is it a strategy that could work for him? Because he's going to be probably on softs towards the end of the race.
If there is a safety car, it might.
Yeah. If there is a safety car, if somebody crashes in behind, for example, Kieran's in the opportunistic spot to take the lead of the race, possibly. Which would be unheard of. He never wins in Formula 1.
Yeah, I mean, that would be actually insane. And I have to say that maybe Kieran could be a massive help for Adam. Or maybe not, because actually AJ could actually get some DRS, but I think this is going to be a brilliant battle. I think that the race has come, you know, back to life.
Yeah. I've got to be honest, M Short's looking quicker out of these guys, though. He was rapid through turn 1, lost on the power, but M Short, now through the corners, see how much he gains. He really likes the first sector, 90.3 through the first sector, so he's improving on his personal best. A little bit of a desync on my end, I think, with him, but it's nothing too bad. And my connection hasn't been too bad so far either, which is great. Kieran McGinley leads, but is getting that gap 8 into 1.1 seconds the gap. AJ in second, Adamako in third, Kyled in fourth, M Short in fifth. Hasn't been a bad race so far.
No, it hasn't. I mean, there hasn't been that big of a battle, you know, with overtakes, but it seems like something could happen at any point, and I think that's the key for this race.
Yeah, Kyled's just picked up a 3-second time penalty coming out of the Novell chicane, so that's going to be really intriguing to the end of the race. He nearly lost that actually coming out of the swimming pool section. Adam is on the back of AJ. There's Kieran McGinley. He sees behind him a wall of cars that is coming towards him, which I'm afraid to say is coming his way. It's like a tsunami wave that is approaching him at 100 miles an hour, and he's probably got no chance to defend it. That's how best I could describe it, to be honest. But he will hold these off because overtaking around here is impossible. And I think it'll come to the point where AJ, Adam and the likes and behind will get desperate, they'll begin to fight for each other, and Kieran's going to hold these up massively. These guys are going to get desperate very quickly, I think, to get the overtakes done.
But I'm just taking a look, you know, in the whole grid, and I have to say, what is happening in front, I think, or what could happen, is what's now happening with Besker and Big Mill. You know, Big Mill has been, since he came out of the pits, well, since Besker came out of the pits, he has been just behind, you know, all over the racing point, but he cannot get past, and I think it's gonna be exactly the same in front as he gets a 3-second time penalty, and at the moment he hasn't made any mistake, but this could happen at the front as Kieran locks up.
Yeah, these guys catch up, Wesker and Vic Mill. They're obviously having their own private battle, but they got them two have got to work together to get on to what I can only describe is the longest train you will ever see in Monaco. It is 9 cars length now. Kieran, AJ, beautiful. Adam, Kyled, all the way down to 9th with Mata. And Wesker and Vic Mill, if they add on to the back of that, there's 11.
Yeah. Wow. This actually proves, I think, well, except Kieran, you know, this proves that Monaco can actually bring a massive
Oh.
show in terms of pace, you know, that it can actually level up things, you know, put people even closer.
It's so interesting longer term in the race, but short term, I don't know where to turn. Wesker and Vickmill have now joined that train, by the way, I can announce. 9/10 of a second now. And Vickmill, on the back of Wesker, is he close enough? No.
No.
Wesker picks up a 3-second time penalty though.
Yep. It's interesting because you can see that
Ooh.
Vickmill just cannot get past it. Oof, he almost made a mistake.
Has he got left side end plate damage? No, he
No.
hasn't. I thought he had damage there, just the way he controlled it through to back. I thought he had wing damage. He could have wing damage, but it's not noticeable to the eye.
No, it's not, but
M
I
short.
don't think he...
Oh, right on the back of Carlin. Adam Ackerwall out of shape coming out of turn 1, and now AJ
Round the outside, he's gonna go.
No,
down the
he's
inside.
not. M Short down the inside through Massenet. Brilliant move by M Short. 2 into 1, cannot go. M Short had the car ahead. I'm sorry, that's a brilliant move. M Short nearly into the back, and Carlin into the back of M Short. And M plate damage.
I mean, I don't think it's visible. I don't think it's visible, but something came off, and I could see it.
It's
and Wesker.
And Vickmill and Wesker are battling. This is down into the this is down into Portier. This is like Button and Verline again.
Whoa.
Oh, Wesker's got the move done.
Beautiful.
Brilliant stuff. And look at this for the battle for the lead. AJ's got through on Kieran McGinley. It's all kicking off here in Monaco. AJ leads, Kieran McGinley second. Goodness knows how many moves we've just seen in the short space of time. I'm sorry we couldn't keep up, Tom.
I mean, it has been just amazing. I mean, who said that there's no action in Monaco, you know?
It is brilliant. Kyler, was the one to come into the pit. He did pick up left side end plate damage after his collision with the wall. So Kyler into the pits. He now relinquishes what was 4th position, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or 5th. I think he might have been behind M Short. But AJ now leads. I have my... I'm going to say this. I think this is going to be like League of Europe Monaco Season 2, where we had Campbell. Adam Ackles going around the outside into Mirabor and Kieran McGinley.
Bold.
Brilliant move. That is bold. That is brave. You need balls to pull off that one. Adam Acko round, and he's through, and he's up to second. Brilliant stuff. Kieran, I'm sorry, you've just been outdone by 2 brilliant moves.
Yeah, I mean, Kieran, I don't know if he's trying to defend, but yeah, we can see that those hearts are almost over, and look at that.
Oh, down the inside,
beautiful. Yeah. Amazing. And we can see that Kieran is just losing about it.
He can't. He's going to be quicker in the end of the race, though. That's what he's got to think. His race is longer term. To be honest, I would change up the strategy now, go in for a set of mediums, I think, to be honest, for Kieran. And he's about to get overtaken by an Irishman of XL Gary, who looks all over the back of Kieran McGinley here, down in towards Sander Vaught. Vickmill has retired in the pit lane.
Aye.
And Chubbs picks up a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting as well. But Gary, right on the back of Kieran McGinley, he is not the ballsy man that I know him to be. He doesn't go for the move. Disappointing, Gary. Disappointing.
And I think Captain Chubbs is about to retire in the pits.
Yeah,
if
Chubbs.
he doesn't, I would be surprised.
14th place, though. There's still points available. That's what these guys have got to think. Vickmill obviously leaving the session. Looks like he's given up the ghost out on track. But Gary now on the back of Kieran. Here he goes. He's going to have to go around the outside. No, Kieran just parks that car in the middle of the road. And Gary, no way of getting through at all. But this is going to be a very interesting battle to focus on. Sway, by the way, he came into the pit lane early on in the race. He has undercut these guys. And he's now on the back of Scuba fighting for 6th position. And he's only 5 seconds off the lead, I think.
And I think he's in a potential P4, I have to say. If he's able, to make their moves work, I think he could be on a potential P4.
Yeah, it's going to be really intriguing, I think. Sway obviously running more wear on those tyres compared to the guys around him. But is he going to go for the move on Scuba down in towards Massenet? No. Going to hold tight and hold firm for 7th.
Oof. Nah, it's really difficult to make him up there.
Goodness, Gary nearly went into the back of Kieran there, just in front, just locking up. Again, Gary trying to go around the outside. It is a move that can be pulled off around the outside of the Grand Hotel hairpin, but I wouldn't dare even risk it. But now this is Gary's opportunity. Surely this is his move done. Through the tunnel section. McKinley's going to defend the outside line. No. Gary being very cautious.
Storm? Is it you?
Is it you? Yeah. Gary has got Storm coaching him, I think, out on track tonight. And I'll actually let you in as well, because TTG Storm, who we're on about, is actually a driver in League of Europe as well. So these guys go quite a way back. And Gary's obviously on the organisational team. Oh, Kieran McGinley has lost his left side end plate damage. Gary's very lucky. And now Gary ran the outside into Sandoval. No! Oh, beautiful! What a move! And M. Short is running the inside on Adamaco through Massenet. Brilliant! Massenet is one of the overtaking spots out on track tonight. M. Short has just mullered Adamaco down the inside line.
Oh,
and he's up the second, and Scuba ran the inside into Mirabeau. Gets the move done as well. Feel sorry if Tom's got the replay cameras working overtime here tonight. His PC's going to be running at like 200 mile an hour.
It's going to explode.
Oh, dearie me. We're halfway through in Monaco. AJ leads, M Short second, Adamaco in third. Here comes Sway on the back of Kieran. And the Red Bull.
Down the inside,
no. Chamberlain is in a storm, I think, there. Down into the Novell chicane. But, could he get the move done into Tabac? No, not close enough. I wouldn't even dare risk it, to be honest. He's got to be wary of Mata behind him.
Remember this, Raskas. No, he's too far away. Never mind.
Yeah, he is too far. Oh, Kieran's actually touched the inside wall. Kieran touches the inside wall through Raskas and Sway, Mata, Wesker, all through. And the yellow flag in Sector 2 is Chubbs retiring. He's retired that off track. The BSC.
Oh, what's up for Kieran? This could actually help him.
Perfect time to come into the pit lane and replace your front wing. Kieran McGinley into the pit lane, as is Matt Tibos actually. Matt Tibos into the pit lane onto a set of mediums he goes onto. So, BSC brings a little bit of a premature end to what I think was going to be a very good race. AJ now on top, M Short second, Adamaco in third. Never thought this would be our top three so far.
Adamaco, I mean, I think that, like,
actually,
what?
Just to notice, M Short looks like he might be running a better delta to AJ in front. Because M Short's all over the back of AJ. AJ, I think, is trying to stick to his delta, but M Short, if the VSC was to end now, I've got to be honest, M Short will be gaining under the VSC. And that has ended, and he has gained. So M Short has really gained under the VSC, and now it's game on again for the top three.
Yeah, and it's going to be insane. I think this could be a win for M Short.
It could be. It could be one of our predictions going right at least.
I mean, something unexpected, but what a comeback from him. Just him fighting for the win, it's awesome, I have to say.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic drive, and I think M Short is really using his attribution to racecraft and attribution to race driving very well here tonight. And again, I spoke of him highly when he debuted in Vietnam and went and won there. He had a good race last time out in Zandvoort, and again, he is in the right spot at the right time to pick up a good result here and a possible win. He is so consistent.
Yeah, he is, and it's amazing to see, because in the end that's what makes a driver good. And I have to say, Scuba, I think it was when Gary made the move or into Raskas. I think he got not into Raskas, but I think the McLaren got some sort of damage, because we can see that right side end plate, and that's probably blocking Sway.
Yeah, right side end plate damage for Scuba. Good spot. No, actually, does he? Yeah, right side end plate damage is completely off on Scuba's car. And that's going to be... Scuba's going to have to stay out there, to be honest, because Wesker, his rival in the championship, Mata into the pits will gain Wesker a position. But Scuba's going to be outscoring Wesker at this time. M Short is all over the back of AJ, coming into Massenet. Oh my goodness me, are we going to see Another great move from M Short possibly here. Adamako was all over the back as well. He's looking quicker out of these top threes, probably because he's not running in too much of the dirty air compared to the cars ahead. M Short certainly.
I think it's more about the battle because Gary doesn't have that much of a pace, you know. He's also catching. I think it's just AJ being slow.
I thought I was going to sneeze there. Goodness me. I wish I did, because I was going to mute my mic there, and oh, that was horrible. Nearly caught short, but M Short on the back of AJ. Brilliant link in there.
I mean, it's just, I think it's just that AJ is not being able to just keep up the pace, and everyone is just catching, because look at Gary, it's almost on DRS range. I mean, just 7/10 away.
Yeah, 1.9 seconds coming out of Anthony Noches. Here comes M Short on the back of AJ. Get the move done and dominate the race. I think that might be his game plan here tonight for M Short. He's on a set of mediums, but he's got to be wary. AJ on a set of hards ahead of him. That is the main factor. If AJ wants this race win, he's in the prime spot to do so. But if I'm not mistaken, I think he got a 3-second time penalty earlier on in the race. Sway is on the back of Scuba, by the way, down in towards Mirabeau. And not close enough for the move, but eventually I think we're going to see Sway get past, possibly down into the Novell chicane, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think that could be. I think that could be an interesting spot to try the overtake. But if he just takes too much time, Gary's gonna catch, and maybe if Sway is able, you know, to overtake the McLaren driver, I think he could actually catch too.
Yeah, it's going to be really intriguing, I think. Sway obviously on the back of Scuba. We've got Kylet as well on the back of Cowboy coming out of the tunnel section. One to lap 25, pretty much. AJ leads, M Short second, Adamako in third position. I don't know where to turn. There's so many battles now popping about on track. Kieran's getting in on Mac Maverick as well. So that's another battle we can focus on. But we'll focus on the battle for the lead because Gary now joins what now is a leading battle of 4 for the lead.
Interesting. I mean, who would have said it, right? That this race would have gone this way.
Exactly. I don't know who would have said that, to be honest. If anybody said it in the comment section, well done. Sway right on the back of Scuba. Scuba let him through.
Yeah. I think Scuba lost a little bit the back end of the car, and he was seeing how Sway was going side by side, and I think he just backed off, which was quite clever from him.
He did, and now game on for the championship, possibly, because M Short up the road. Scuba now ahead of Wesker. He's going to be outscoring Wesker in the championship tonight as it stands. Oh, and Scuba's left the session.
You see, who could have expected that?
Not me. It wasn't my connection. I'll put my hand up. It wasn't mine. AJ, 3-second time penalty in the lead of the race. Really beginning to rack up these penalties. We'll get to the penalties. About 3-4 laps to go roughly, so just put an estimate on that for Tom to get the race result. Kylet is all over the back of Cowboy. Down into Tabak, he was looking for the move there, and not close enough. Williams on the back of the Red Bull. Oh my goodness me. He nearly went into the back of him. Oh.
I mean, he's just too close, but he has been the whole race. The whole second stint like that. Yeah,
Kylet, here he comes around the outside into Sandoval. I think Cowboy's just going to let him have this one. He does. Kylet through and he's up into 8th position. Cowboy not messing about, lets him through. Kylet through and he's up to 8th. Fresh set of mediums. Wesker 9 seconds up the road, fighting with Scuba, who's got damage. Can Kylet actually get onto these? Oh no, actually Scuba's desynced, hasn't he? He's left the session. So Wesker now through on Scuba. But he will gain, I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, he will, and I think that with those mediums, I honestly think maybe it's a bold one, but could he get to that front pack by the end of the race?
Oh, it's impossible. It's impossible. What, around Monaco, getting to the front pack by the end of this race? He's going to have to overtake the likes of Sway and Wesker in particular. Gap is coming down, though. It is 8.2 roughly to Wesker and Kylet. Obviously taking Scuba out of play. There's a right battle going on here. I don't know what on earth's going on, but battered around the outside of Kieran McGinley into the back, gets the move done. Kieran, I think, and Mac Maverick might have had contact there, which led up to that, and that's why Kieran now down 2 positions.
Yeah, and this, well, actually, we can see a train of 4 cars here fighting for the top 10. Yeah, we have plenty of action, I have to say, and it seems like Matter could be, well, actually, is he gonna, no. I thought he would actually gonna try to dive down Santa de Botas. But yeah.
Let's just repeat that again. Santa de Bottas,
No.
did you say?
Yes.
He did. He did. You can watch that back. We'll get a replay camera on that if we can, Tom.
No.
That's been recorded for years to come on this stream. Matter on the back of Mac Maverick coming through the Grand Hotel Airpin. And he's nearly actually made a contact on the back of him coming through Mirabel Bass. So Matter now on the back of Mac Maverick. And I think he's running out of EOS and it's only at half deployment when he reaches 0. And now he's trying to dice his way for the move, but doesn't dice his way past. Mac Maverick holding his chips on the table and is inviting Matter in to call his bluff. That's a great James Bond.
Ooh. I mean, we can see the top 2 just separated by a few tenths, and then we have also this battle for top 10 where the Renault, you can see it's actually quicker, and I think he's now gonna pull out the move down Santa de Bota.
Down the inside.
Side by side.
Side by side up for Revenge. Oh my goodness me, Matter's still there. Matter's still there trying to go around the outside into Massime. Now through Casino Square. He gets the inside line. Mac Maverick is still there on the outside. They're still side by side. Down in towards Mirabel. Matter late on the brakes. Just about outdoes him. Brilliant stuff. Matter is through on Mac Maverick.
Amazing.
Brilliant stuff. That is how you drive a first sector side by side, 2 by 2. Matter through and he's up to P10 on fresher mediums. Now he can go and chase down Cowboy. 23 lap all hards. Battle for the lead as well. M Short trying to go around the outside on AJ in towards Sandervot. Goes in a bit too deep.
The traction?
And now M Short on the back. Oh, he just has to sit tight down the inside into Massime. No, not quite. Timings have glitched, by the way, because Scuba has rejoined the session. So we'll get those timings probably at the end of this lap. They'll come back. Oh my god, M Short nearly on the brakes into the back of AJ. I cannot watch sometimes. Sway, by the way, making this a leading battle of 5 now. He's joined onto the back.
And just one quick thing. Kylie, right? He was...
oh my god. Yeah.
18.1 and he's now about 12 seconds, more or less.
So let's just put it this way, in 3 laps I think he's gained 6 seconds nearly.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was bold, but now I'm actually quite sure he's gonna do it.
I'm really sure he's gonna do it, to be honest, and I think Khaled will be on the back of Wesker sooner rather than later. Mac Maverick obviously in the pit lane, he's just rejoined in clear air actually in that first sector, so not going to pose a threat to these leaders as they come through Raskas for the 29th time to start lap 30 now out on track. It is AJ who leads, M Short in second, not close enough though. Adam Acko third, Gary fourth, Sway in fifth. Top 5 are separated by 2.5 seconds.
Amazing stuff, and I think this is just going till the end. I mean, this battle, medium guys, I think they're gonna struggle, and I think I'm Short really have to pull out the move now or never. But yeah, I think this is beautiful.
Honestly, I have to commend everybody's racecraft, I think, out on track. We have seen
outstanding
2 by 2 into places where we don't necessarily see any overtakes happen, let alone have the balls to try and go side by side. So anybody that has pulled off a move that has been worthy of a replay or worthy of us commentating over it should be absolutely proud of themselves. And these Division 2 drivers, honestly, are setting the standard for other divisions. Follow this division if you want clean and fair racing. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, when I said at the beginning of the stream, chaos and carnage, it was because there was some action, you know, in certain tracks that maybe made me think that there would be chaos and carnage. But I've been surprised by the smartness, you know, of the drivers. Clearly, they have racecraft, you know, an outstanding racecraft, and yeah, they've been doing so for the last well, 31 laps.
Yeah.
So yeah, awesome stuff.
Except from the pit lane, obviously, we saw Kieran holding up these guys. I honestly thought when AJ got past, he would have just leapt away from the field. I thought he would have been about 10 seconds clear by now, but he's not. And that's how the race panned out. And the top 5, as I say, are only separated by 2.5 seconds, about 2.6 seconds as they come down into Nivelle chicane for the 31st time. Is absolutely unbelievable. And these guys, as I say, are setting the standard that can be followed in pretty much any league.
Yeah, and just talking, we were talking before about Kylie, and Kylie is just 1 second off. Well, less than 1 second. He's about to pull out the move, probably.
Yeah, he could. M Short, by the way, nearly lost it. If you're wondering why I was going woohoo, M Short nearly lost it coming through the swimming pools. So, are we seeing now the switchover actually? It's not so much for Kyled and Wesker, but for M Short and AJ out in front. Are we seeing the switch now from hards, from mediums in terms of pace differentiation to AJ on a set of hards? I think AJ is now looking quicker than M Short all of a sudden.
Not that sure. I mean,
no,
I can
actually,
still
I've just
see
said that, yeah.
Sure. But I think that the point will be when AJ can actually, pull out from the DRS range. When he does that, then I will actually agree with that statement.
But he can't though, because M Short is as close, I think, as he has been to that rear exhaust in that car of what he has been probably in the last 10 laps or so. M Short now on the back of AJ. Mini Short, as we give him his code name, his nickname here in TTML Division 2. We're about to start what will be the 7th last lap. Lap 33 about to begin. It is AJ out in front from M Short in second. Adamako in third. Gary in a good position possibly in fourth, with Sway in fifth. And Kyled now on the back of Wesker. Is he going to get the move done down in towards Sandavort? No. Kyled is on the back of Wesker still. I have a feeling, I don't think he'll get the move down into Massenet or through Casino Square either. Yeah, he downs his ERS and sets about trying to chase down Wesker. He's as close as he ever has been, but it's one thing to try and go side by side around this track. It's another thing to pull off the overtake.
Yeah, I think he will have to be really, really clever if he wants to pull out the move. I mean, he will have to try to... Oh, and watch out because Wesker hit the wall there, and if the Williams has a really good exit here, he could maybe try down... I'm not gonna try and screw, but I cannot remember the name. Yeah,
Kyled now. Oh, he's trying to go down the inside line. That inside has just popped over right for him. Down the inside line. Wesker had no chance. Kyled is through, and he's into 6th position. Signed, sealed, delivered. Simple as that.
I think he could still have a chance of this race because if you don't mind, I'm gonna go through penalties really quickly now.
You can. Well, I haven't got much happening actually this week, so it's all fine.
We can see AJ is leading, but he has 2 penalties, so 6 seconds, and he has 2 warnings. Then we can see M Short. It's actually probably he doesn't need to make the move. He has no penalties and only 2 warnings, so he could just wait there and just have to win. We can see Adamako has 1 penalty, but no warnings after that one. Except Gary is in a risky position as he has 2 penalties, but he's on his last warning. Sway in 5th, he only has 1 warning, so in case M Short gets another one, that would be probably Sway's win. And Kylie sitting behind, he has just 1 penalty, so that could be still a small chance for the Williams driver.
And shall we roll out the top 10? There's nothing much happening.
Alright, I will keep on moving. Wesker, we can see he has 2 warnings, so no penalty still. Scuba, no warning, but I'm just doubting because you know that when you rejoin, you can have that glitch where you can actually corner cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't do that, so I don't think we'll get a penalty. And then we have Corboy with just 1 warning. Outstanding performance from him in terms of penalties. Matt Tibos, I think he just has a penalty. Then we have Kieran McKinley out of the top 10 with 2 warnings, and I don't think he has much else. And yeah, out of the top 10, Maverick with 2 penalties. Then we have Matter with 2 penalties as well. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that is it. So that's all the penalties run down. Form up a train. Top 5 are now beginning to get Constantine up again. It is AJ who leads. M Short is on the back of him though, and has been hounding in the last lap or so as we just catch on board with him now. 0.5 of a second underneath the tunnel section. Where do you see this one going, Paco? Because this is going to be really intriguing towards the end.
Yeah, definitely. We can see
Gary.
Yeah, yes, 3 more seconds added to his result, to his time result. So unfortunate for him, because that's pretty much it for the fight for the podium. Because Sway doesn't have a penalty, and Adam, I think he is. Oh, yeah, he's just behind all over the racing point.
Oh my goodness me! AJ actually hit the wall on the inside, coming through Raskas. Matt Tibos is going around the outside into the Novell chicane in the meantime. With Callboy, he managed to get the move done. I don't think he's picked up a warning either for that. Matt Tibos is through on fresher tyres, past Callboy, and he's into 9th position. Beautiful move, if done a little bit aggressively.
Yeah, I mean, probably it's what he needs, you know. He knows that probably he can catch someone ahead. I mean, there's 3-4 laps, well, 3.5 laps remaining. But we can see that 14 lap mediums could be much better than the 25 lap mediums ahead. So let's see what he can do for the rest of the race. But yeah, probably now he's going to show better pace.
Yeah, watch out for Kieran as well. He could break himself into the top 10. 1.5 seconds away from Callboy. So keep an eye out on that gap as well. Top 2 have broken DRS to Adamaco though. AJ and M Short beginning to work together, it seems, right at the late stages of the race, to pull out the DRS to Adamaco. And it's 1.1 seconds, and these guys are beginning to now pull out that gap. DRS detection zone is there, and they're out of it. So that is it. AJ and M Short, the lead of the race. And I think no longer for the lead of the race, because here's M Short around the outside into Sander Vort. Or go for the round the outside of Massenet, but I don't think he's going to get the run up for Ravage. And AJ
goes back in DRS range.
Oh, he's just dropped out. As soon as you said that, he just dropped out to 1 second, but now he's back in. He's 8/10 away now, Adamaco, and again, the dirty air really interfering with M Short to try and get the move done on AJ. But how on earth AJ is putting up a fight? How on earth M Short is still there, by the way, on a 26 lap all mediums is beyond me. But AJ, on what you would assume is fresher tyres, is still defending the lead of the race.
Yeah, it's a standing performance from both of them, and I was just thinking before this happened, if Sway didn't make that mistake, he would have probably won the race.
Yeah, he would have. And he had that 5-second time penalty as well, remember?
Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure if that was a 5-second time penalty or he just didn't get out of the box, you know. But yeah, definitely. I think those sort of things have screwed his race, and it's a shame.
Yeah, it's a real shame, unfortunately, but penultimate lap of the race about to begin. We haven't had a safety car so far, and I don't think we will, especially with 2 laps to go, but we have got Kieran on the back of Callboy. Oh, I thought he was trying for the move there, but he's not. But top 2 now pulling away.
With that, when you said about the safety car, I just remember the chat we had last week. Telling, you know, each other, I think it was about the F5, I'm not sure, but
yeah,
we were chatting about the safety car, you know, the number of safety cars that there would be. Yeah, no safety cars at the moment. Quite hilarious.
Yeah, we've only had the one VSC tonight, which is remarkable.
Gary has a front wing damage, right end plate.
Good spot, yes. Right side end plate damage, yeah. Not sure where he's picked that up. Here's M Short on the back of AJ, down into the Novell chicane. Oh, they make contact. The two leaders make contact. AJ was trying to cut up on the inside there of M Short. He was on the outside line, down on the inside line, into the Novell chicane. Desperation from M Short? I'm not sure how to call that one, to be honest. That looked a bit desperate.
Technically, he has no penalties, so I don't understand why he's that frustrated.
Final lap of the race, though. That might have cost him quite a lot of time, certainly in the short term. Sway on the back of Gary. It should be job done. Maybe into Massenet, Casino Square. No.
Let's see. Maybe the traction could be, because remember, Gary is missing the right side end plate, so he could struggle here, but we will have to see.
Through Massenet and Casino Square for the final time. Yes, Sway not close enough. To the back of Gary. And Kieran on the back of Coreboy. You don't know where to turn with these battles, honestly. AJ, 3-second time penalty, and that's at the hairpin where he's picked that up. So 3-second time penalty adds in Sway, Gary inside of each other, going through Portier.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sway's through. Don't know what happened there, but Sway's through.
What up, move? You know, he learned the ability to to go through cars. That's an insane move.
Yvette Fielden and the team at Most Haunted will be proud with that one, I think. AJ though was running away with things out in front. He comes through the swimming pool section.
What's up for Kylie? He's gonna get to the Ferrari. Gary just has no front wing.
He's got no front wing. AJ ran the final corner though through Anthony Noches. Carter is through for 5th. But AJ crossed the line, he will win in Monaco, but M Short takes the win. Adamaco will be 2nd. What's the penalty in behind? Sway takes 2nd. So Sway takes 2nd position.
Oh, and Kylie ahead.
And Carter ahead
Williams, 3 and 4th.
Yeah, Adamaco 3rd, Carter 4th. All penalties, of course, they can get removed. Wesker in 6th. Gary in 7th. Scuba, disconnect really costing him in the end. He's going to come across the line, still with that right side end plate damage, actually, to finish in 8th position. Let's have a look on board with Kieran McGinley. He's right on the back of Coreboy. As Matt Tibos jumps past Scuba as well. Ran the final corner. Coreboy is going to be across the line here in 10th position. But for how long? Kieran jumps ahead of both him and Scuba. No, actually, Coreboy stays in 9th. Kieran McGinley 10th. Scuba down to 11th. That's what it was. McMaverick across the line in 12th. And Mata across the line in 13th position. An instant classic in Monaco sees a new winner here in TTML. Driver of the day is Adamaco. So the Williams man, who gained I think 6 or 7 positions from 10th on the grid, has finished in the top 3. But your winner, as we take to the top step of the podium, I think you can see the podium celebrations going on. I can't.
No, got me neither. Don't worry. We're both having the same issue.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Here's the podium celebrations now beginning. And it is M Short, who likes taking a selfie. Maybe once, twice, 3 times. He's had 2 wins this season and a 2nd or a 3rd last time out in Zandvoort. He wins here in Monaco. What a race, though. What a race.
Yeah, insane race from him. I have to say, I honestly, when I saw him picking up that front wing damage, well, that we didn't see, but then we saw that he had no end plate. I honestly thought that he was not going to be able to recover from that, but he did.
He did. And is that one of the first times this season we've had pole and a win from M Short?
I think actually, it is. Yeah, I think it is.
I think it is. So M Short has won here in Monaco. Of course, these grid positions can change in the steward's room. M Short wins from Sway in 2nd. Adamaco in 3rd with Kyled in 4th. In 6th. Gary in 7th with Matt Tibos in 8th. Coreboy in 9th, and Kieran McGinley, he likes getting himself in that 10th position. He fills out another top 10 finish. Scuba in 11th with Maverick in 12th. Mata in 13th. He also picks up the fastest lap point out on track, so well done to Mata on that. Chubbs in 14th, Vickmill and Ginger not getting round out on track. But Monaco over and done with for Division 2. Me and Paco's doing it all over again tomorrow for Division 5.
Let's hope there is that much action as today and as the same turnout as well.
Oh, I really hope so. I really hope so. It's going to be really great, I think, to watch tomorrow night in Monaco. And of course, you have got Graham Chappell and Coreboy going to be taking you through the Division 4 stream live with the graphics, with Tom in the background. And big thank you to Tom as well from both of us here in the commentary box for giving you all the graphics, giving you all the VSC graphics, the track graphics. Everything is graphic based here in TTML, and Tom is your man. It has been fantastic to watch. Let me remind you though of some important points from the from what we covered earlier on in the stream, and that is, of course, the merchandise. We have to get to the plug-in for the merchandise once again. I think it is fantastic that we have got merchandise here in TTML. You can pick yourself up a hoodie, cap, vinyl, logo, cap, t-shirt, everything underneath the sun. If you want an early Christmas present, get them in, because honestly they might go quick. and I might buy them all. I might.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. But for that link, actually, for TTML, you can follow the league on Twitter as well, at TTML, and you'll be able to find, actually, the link, I think, on there for the merchandise. Yeah, stickemup.store/TTG Esports. I'm now going to put that in chat so you guys can see that link. So I will put that in when I find the stream now. But Paco, what a race in Monaco. We do it all again tomorrow night, but these drivers go next week to Canada. What can the viewers expect around Canada? I think we're going to expect a lot more overtaking than what we've seen tonight.
Well, to be honest, I don't know, because I think Canada, I mean, it's not a Monaco, of course, but it's also a tricky track to make an overtake. Probably you have the back straight, and then the main straight and turn one. But I think it's also a tricky track to make an overtake. But seeing the racecraft the drivers have had today, I would expect anything at Canada.
Yeah, it's going to be really fantastic, I think, to watch. Of course, as well, with the weekly schedule, as we remind you, Division 4 and Division 5 tomorrow night, live from Monaco. And these drivers will be praying that Canada will not come as quick enough as possible, because I'm sure they are willing it to come, because Monaco is, I think, a driver's worst nightmare to drive, but certainly fun for us to commentate on.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I think, but sometimes Monaco delivers, and I think today it was a brilliant day. I think I will never forget probably this race.
Yeah, it's been one of the best. I think round the outside into Massenet, turn 1, Vic Mill. I know there was ghosting involved, but Vic Mill around the outside through Massenet. Brilliant move on his teammate to get that move done. Takes a lot of guts, a lot of determination. And there's only, I think, one time I've commentated around here that has included an overtake around the outside of Massenet. It can be done. It was done, albeit with a little bit of ghosting. But it was done, I think, as well, with them short down the inside of Massenet as well, which was fantastic. It just comes to show we've got a hell of a lot of talent here in Division 2.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I cannot disagree with that. And to be honest, that makes me feel excited about the races to come, because that shows that they can really have good races. That they're quite even, and that it could actually deliver great races in the future.
Yeah, it's going to be really great, I think. Obviously, as we go to Canada, we go to the Circuit de Jacques Villeneuve, or Gilles Villeneuve, I should say, not Jacques Villeneuve, he's the other Canadian I'm thinking of. But we go there, and it's going to be fantastic. And of course, you guys will have really enjoyed the streaming here tonight. We should have that race graphic up for you, by the way, very shortly indeed. I am preempting it coming up on my screen, Tom, so don't worry, I'm not going to make up a mess up like I did last week of it. But we should have that race graphic for you, the confirmation of the results up very shortly indeed. But everyone's saying, great race. Jav saying, come on Gary, and then 4 minutes later, never mind. Yeah, that's Gary for you.
I actually felt bad for him, because he was in a great race, and just on the last lap, he just rendered. I mean, he just went into the wall, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame for Gary, obviously. If you watched me on League of Europe commentary for Division 1, you will know that we have a running joke about Gary bottling it everywhere and in pretty much every single race. Tonight, I've got to be honest, was kind of an exception, because he drove for the majority of that race really well, no front wing damage, picked it up later on in the race. It's Monaco, that's what you expect. But he drove really well, I think. Who was your driver of the day, actually, out of tonight?
I think I have 3. I cannot pick one.
You've got 3?
I would, yeah. And I think you would agree. I hope you agree.
I hope.
Well, actually, now thinking about it, 4. But no, I'm gonna stay
4?
with 3. I'm gonna say M Short, because he did a fantastic recovery. I mean, what a race from him.
Yeah.
I have to divide some drivers. I would say Sway, but I'm gonna stay with Adam Mako because we didn't expect him to be there. And as I said, Monaco is a track for those who keep it constant, and he was one of the drivers that were consistent. So that's why he's also a driver of the day for me. And the last one, I would say Khalid, because despite that plate damage, he didn't give up. He went into the pits, new tires, he pushed, and at the end, if he had overtaken maybe the Scuba quicker, or Besker, I think it was Besker, probably he would have been in that fight for the podium.
Yeah, he would have been. And just a reminder about the results as well. M Short taking the win, Sway second, Adam Ackle third, Khalid fourth, and AJ rounding off your top 5. The graphic will appear up on the screen, I'm sure, again. But my driver of the day, I've got to give it to Adam Ackle. I think he drove a fantastic race. Obviously, agree with the game for driver of the day, but I think he did. He drove a really astute race. He undercut everyone in that first pit stop, the only pit stop that he made. Adam Ackle gets my driver of the day. Simple as that.
I mean, I agree with you, but I just couldn't choose one. I think there were several drivers that did an outstanding race.
Yeah, it was an outstanding race to watch, and of course, that is not the end, because Division 4 and Division 5 come tomorrow night. Division 4, of course, with the graphics, with Tom in the background. I'm sure he'll be waving to you. Every time that I mention his name, I can say Tom all over again for the next 60 seconds, but I'm not going to, because I'm waffling on, as I normally do, on the stream. And we've also got Division 5, where you can join myself and Paco Suarez. Division 4, Grim, Chapel, and Cowboy. Going to be taking you through that one. But what a night. We're doing it all again tomorrow, Paco.
Yeah, let's hope we can have the same exact race, you know, in terms of show and racecraft, and it would be awesome. I agree with that. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic, and hopefully we do get a good show in Division 5. But for myself and from Paco Suarez, thank you very much for watching. You can follow the league, of course, out on Twitter at TTML. You can follow us on Twitter at B52Head is my Twitter handle, and Paco's Twitter handle is at PSuarez_19, and that is a capital P and a capital S on that Twitter handle. So there you go. A bit of self-promotion there for Paco.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. But thank you so much for watching. I've been James Head. He's been Paco Suarez. Please take care of yourselves, and we will see you tomorrow night for Division 5, and again next week for the Canadian Grand Prix. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Adios.
to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.